Hello and welcome to my video. This is Bradley Matera. All right, so let's get started. I'd like to have the assignment up. We're going to be making jest functions. We're writing uh, debug, a debug jest file thingy. I don't know. I am learning, so like I said, I don't really like terminology in my last video. So we're going to be doing all these things, pretty much addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and a square root function. Which we already did. So, all right, correct submission, blah blah. I already turned off Visual Studio Code, so I'm just going to do it like this. There's a GitHub right here. I did just make it public. And going to open up Visual Studio Code. There's a couple different ways, but I'll run it by command line. I have it as working as an API. That was just to test it out, just the basics. Yeah, middleware and basically just using my the same stuff and then just copying and pasting over, and nothing new, just practicing. But that's not part of the assignment. So what is the assignment that I did a little bit different was I basically made all the functions as I'm I didn't want to write them all over here. I wanted to do them individually because it'd be easier and easier to read, minus the syntax, but I'll just deal with that. But yeah, because then I could kind of break it down. I thought it would be a lot harder than it was, so I kind of put it like this and then just decided that I was going to go into it, but then started getting into it and realized it's just basic. You don't want us to do some giant equation. You just want us to give a basic example of what stuff was. So I'll stop clicking around. So we'll get started here. Cheese math. This is going to import all the functions and export it to the test. I don't really have it in any particular order. I mean, I do in the way that you literally listed. It was addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, then square root at the end, I think. So just basic cheese functions. I use template literals because they're not letters. So, or they're not numbers, so they're letters. So I had to be literal. After adding my comments just give a basic breakdown of it because I'm trying to do more of that. Add more comments to my code. So here's the add module and the square root module. I'll click these really slow, but they're all pretty much the same. Just explaining the constant console log, and then if, and then I obviously did an error because divide by 0 would be funny, but you cannot do that. I do like how everything's literal. Throw new error. That was fun when I saw that. I researched that one. Yeah, but just min, max, and multiplication, subtraction, basic math. I'm not very good at square root, but it doesn't matter because, where is it? Let's go to the tests. Square root is, I just have to use a calculator. This is the calculator. All I had to do was basically go online and look up equations and then turn them into code. And I don't have to do any difficult math. So we'll start from the beginning. What I liked about this is that I can do this when I installed, and that was pretty sweet. But I won't do that. It's supposed to start the test, but I don't have it. I have it uncovered right now, so it's not going to start the test when it does that. But I liked it, and it had the debugs. 640, 640, 643. Must have been when I launched it. Oh, I don't know. I'm going back up there. What did you do up here? Did you start? Yeah, I did. So I do. Yeah, there's several ways to start it, but okie dokie. Here it is. One passed, or test suites. One suite, 6 passed. All my functions passed. If they didn't, well, it's okay. I'm learning. I'm just happy that all this is green. And the only times I've messed up is basic stuff. Like I think in the last video, I launched a server and I was like, oh no, why is it not launching? Because it was already launching on localhost 3000. I'm also running live, which is on 55 100. So it was a conflict, but nothing crazy, just, human error here, but everything is working as intended. And with extras too. I also have my get ignore set up correctly. This is the first. I'm trying to make everything cleaner. I like when you said we want less lines in your video. That makes a lot of like, yes, make things clean and nice. I don't really have a lot of time. I'm running short on time. So I would have liked to make these into another folder, but I was having issues. Oh, wait, no, I wasn't. Never mind. The issue that I had, it was fixed. The pathing. Um, right there. Okay. But that's, I guess, something I would do further on. I would, if this is a React app or something like that, what I would do is I would probably further modularize everything completely. I want everything into like, if, and then turn this into an API so that I can search this up and use this data, but in with the folders, that way it keeps everything organized. But yeah, that should cover everything. There's the coverage report. I do have it listed. On the get ignore, as you saw. But yeah, I think that is it. It is public. It'll be submitted. Working JavaScript showed no major syntax errors, I believe. And if there are, well, okay, that's fine. Max function with 2 parameters, square root 2 parameters. I believe everything definitely has 2 parameters. I don't know how it would have worked without 2 parameters. So let's just double check. It's definitely going to be in the math test, which I always thought was funny. It's in the testing, but 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, and then 1 2 and 2 b3. Oh wait, square root function. Square root function would take in a number. There we go. A number. No, because you can't square root 2 numbers. Like I said, I'm not very good at math. So, yeah. And I do like the fact that I can skip tests. So, like, oh no, all these are, which one's wrong? Let's figure out specifically. Like, redo. Oh, we got to redo these tests. Yeah. So this extension is pretty cool. Learning to debug things is not as hard as I thought it would be. I was told backend would be the absolute living nightmare of computing, but I'm not gonna lie, React was extremely confusing. And this, learning all of this in the beginning of it, yeah, you are a good teacher. I should actually do a report this time, but thank you. Yes, I could read package JSONs now from start to finish, and yeah, so I feel confident. Yes, but please let me know if anything was wrong, any problems, more comments, less comments. I didn't put any on my subtract because I was like the last one. And then I started reading my comments. I was like, I'm just repeating everything because I was just repeating everything. But yeah, so cool. It's just a lot of copy pasta pretty much just for my last one. Cool. All right. Thank you very much. That is all. Please let me know if you need anything else.